I asked, what happens when there's a debt crisis? Why haven't we had one yet? You said, we probably should have had one. I don't know why we haven't, but we're going to get one if we keep doing this. I said, what will the effect of that be? You said, massive instability in the society. What do you mean? Like, what will that look like? Maybe it would awaken people to the threat if they knew what would happen in a debt crisis.
Well, so if you're living on different transfer payments or different types of welfare benefits, you may not get those. You can't borrow more money, so you're going to have to take what money we spend on other government programs, and we'll have to service our debt. You have to pay it off, unless we want to go into full default.
And that's where you just say to Japan and China and Germany and everyone else who's bought those bonds, like, we're not paying.
Yeah, which means you'll never float more debt. So you can't, other than print more money, which then creates even more hyperinflation. So now people can't afford anything. I mean,
has anyone ever defaulted? Any country ever defaulted on debt and just said, "We're not paying. Come and get it"?
Oh, I'm sure they have. I'm not.
But that's not common. Like,
I think it happens enough. But what always happens is, countries like the U.S. go in there and we help them restructure their debt. I think that's happened numerous times.
But no one's going to come and help us restructure our debt.
No, nobody can. We will lose our position as the world's reserve currency, and we'll lose our ability to print dollars that people accept. I mean, it's a marvelous thing that we can just print dollars. We can send them overseas, and people will produce products and ship them over here. High quality products at pretty low cost. I think it's one of the reasons we've been able to keep inflation in check, producing all these massive deficits over the last couple of decades, because we do import a lot of products. We've got billions of people either or underemployed around the world. We provide the capital. They produce the factories, they produce the goods, and then we just give them, paper. It's fiat currency. We print it, we keep printing it, and it's been working out pretty well. At some point in time, that gravy train might stop.
And then, then you have like a total collapse of the current system.
Yeah. Again, I can't predict. I'm trying to avoid it. It'll be painful, and who really suffers are people at the lower end of the income spectrum that have no safety net. They don't have any kind of hard assets that will inflate with inflation. They just be destitute.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
In a country that has no kind of organizing principle or national identity, where people are not as united as they were in, say, 1929.
I had my comm staff put together a video